So guys, I thought I'd do a quick little intro into today's video, because basically we've got a lot going on. It's going to be more of a vlog style sort of YouTube video. I've not done that before, obviously. I've done my sit down content, done the car wash content, done the just sort of chatting to a camera content. But this, I say, we're actually out and about doing things, so I thought it'd be best to film it, bring you guys along obviously for the day, and it'll be a bit more of a journey of the day, to be honest, so it should be a better video to watch. First port of call, as you can see, I'm very tired. My trim is expired, so first thing we're going to be doing is getting a haircut. So that's at 9:30. We'll get that haircut. After that, we're going to be heading down to Alex's house, or AJ Cars if you know him on YouTube. We've got a video to film on his M140i. We'll get that done. That will be on his channel. If you're watching this video on Sunday, it'll be released half an hour after mine, so it'll be at 5:30. If it's after Sunday, then go check it out. It'll be on his channel. But yeah, go see what we get up to there. For that to film, we're also going to do a little segment, if you saw on my Instagram, in this video, where we're going to be rating my followers' cars, or our followers' cars. That'll be a little segment, more of a sit down, probably the latter half of this video. We'll be doing that, and it'll basically just be me and Alex just rating the cars. I'm thinking of doing like a rate it out of 10, potentially a tier list, but it's the first style of video, so if it does well, we can always include it in future videos, like a little end segment, or do a full video itself if people want that. First port of call is to get this trim sorted, so I need to leave. It's currently 8:30. Obviously need to be there for 9:30, so I'm gonna quickly drink this tea, get going, get my hair cut, and without further ado, let's get into today's video. So guys, we're now on the way to get a haircut because my trim is dusty. Very nice car, GT6. It's a little bit of a walk into Stratford. If you didn't know, that's where I'm from. Yeah, because I'm not paying Stratford parking. So yeah, we're on the way to get a haircut now. Sun is really low, so it's blinding me. Probably pick up when I've got a trim because this is dead. Then once I've got my trim, then we can get onto the cool. So guys, there we have it. Trim is now had. Obviously need a shower and stuff. Oh, that's that E6 again. But yeah, I've got the trim. You know, for us guys, it's crazy what a trim does. The confidence is so much better now I've got a trim. But yeah, gonna head back to the car now, get back to mine, get all the content stuff, all the stuff we need for today's video with Alex, and obviously my video, and we'll get on the way there. So I'll probably now pick up with you when I get to Alex's house and when we start filming the videos. This is my first time filming in public and it feels very weird. I don't know if this angle's okay. I'm getting some funny looks. But yeah, I'll pick up with you guys when I get back to the car, back to mine, and then on the way to Alex's. So guys, bit of a jump, but I've just had to rush home, get changed obviously because we're doing car bits. I want to make sure I'm in the right attire for that. I'm leaving now to Alex's. Should take me about 40 minutes to get there. I'll pick up when we get there. I don't know what the whole plan of attack is, but like I said, we're going to go through everything. We'll see what the plan of the video is. Obviously, I'll film a little bit, but the majority obviously will be in Alex's video. That's the whole purpose. We're doing the mods for the M140s for Alex's video. So yeah, we're going to get going there now. I'll pick up over there. I'm repeating myself, so yeah, I'll catch you guys when we're with Alex. So guys, we're now here at Alex's house. My car's here. If you haven't seen already, it's here at M140i. Obviously next to the 46. The 46 is disgusting at the minute, so ignore that. Don't know how well you can hear me. But yeah, plan is, I'm gonna go inside now, set up the cameras. Obviously filmed his video, so you can check that out on the M140i. Get that sorted, and then we're gonna film in my video where we're gonna do the section of rating your guys' cars. Little disclaimer now, you're going to want to have thick skin, because all these are mine and Alex's opinions, so just setting up in the corner now. They're only our opinions. Obviously your build is your build, not my car. Obviously, you've submitted your car to have it rated, so yeah. Plan is we're basically going to have the cars on the screen so we can see them. Obviously, we'll then see it'll be a different angle. I'll set you up. We'll obviously rate your cars. I'll switch the angle now. Let's get to it. So guys, we're now going to get the cars up. We'll go through the ratings. I don't remember how many cars we actually do have, but we'll go through them. A few of you did respond to the Instagram stories. That was the first one. Plan is to rate them out of 10. And yeah, if you're not happy with the rating, it's all a matter of opinion. Obviously, your car in your eyes is going to look good because you've modified it. As I'm editing, obviously in the after edit, I'll overlay the photos so you can see them. Without further ado, let's get to it. First car we have is Noah's car, good friend of ours, NTMediaa. It's got the Volkswagen Polo 6R. I believe that's the variant that they are. It's got the WRC front bumper, GTI rear bumper. Noah actually works for Vibe, so he has a full sound system from Vibe in the rear of that. And Alex will be able to tell you as well, that thing sounds ridiculous, the amount of bass in that car.
Yeah, it will shake your brain.
Also got the 3DSM wheels. Yeah, I actually rate this car. I'm not a massive fan of Polos, but
What's VLAND?
The brand of lights. So you know what I had on the Golf.
Guys, I like Noah's car.
Yeah, it is actually really nice.
Especially now he's put that front bumper on it as well.
Yeah, the WRC front bumper on those cars, like, they're a massive improvement.
What did he have before? Was it just a standard Polo?
Just a stock TSI, I think they are. I don't really know.
That looks
I'll try and find a photo and overlay his old bumper and obviously to the new bumper. It's a complete different look. It looks so much more aggressive.
We'll say though, Noah, you need to get bags, mate. You've had that fitment for bag fitment for so long now. You need to just bag it.
He's got the poke. It can bring perfectly. It'd have arch to lip. I do rate his car out of 10. Don't know.
I tell you, okay, hang on. We'll go through the good points and the bad points.
Yeah.
Good points, in my opinion. The front lights and the rear lights looks really good. The lights look really good. The front bumper really looks good. It looks way better than the original one, especially without the reg.
Yeah, I do think though, on the WRC front bumper, if he wrapped that top bit black, if he wrapped that black, it would change. It would make it look a lot more aggressive. It doesn't look bad, but I'd either smooth that bit in or wrap it black.
Doesn't even need a split. Has it got a splitter on it?
No, he doesn't. It sits low enough. I think if he had a splitter,
I don't think it needs one.
But I know he wants to. Provided he keeps this, he wants to get side skirts. So obviously, if you look at the front bumper, it doesn't really sit the same body line.
Oh, it's a bit higher on the side.
So I think if you got side skirts, then get like the extensions and the front. I mean, he'd pretty much be on the ground then, so he'd need bags.
I mean, front end on it is perfectly fine. You don't need to do anything else to the front end besides maybe that gloss back piece. But
or just fix the rust on your bonnet.
And that you can't see that in the picture. So, oh, you can actually. You can see a little dot. But I will say, I've said this to you for years, Noah. You need to sort the rear bumper out. Them reflectors, I don't care how expensive they are. You've been saying they're expensive for too long now. You need to just buy some reflectors, or just wrap it black and sort the exhaust. I think the exhaust still hanging down.
I think he might have sorted that out.
Okay, he sorted that. But
I know he was on about smoothing those in. Because obviously, you know, it's got the reflectors, you could smooth it all out and do all that.
And put some sense in there. Just you need to sort the rear bumper out. As soon as you've sorted that, then possibly bag it.
Out of 10, because I know the improvements, obviously we know Noah as well, but I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10.
I'd say 7 as well.
7.
Because it could look show spec. All you need to do is bag it and sort the rear bumper out.
There's very small minor things around the whole project, like say like magna plates on the rear.
Just needs that
just a little clean
last
bit
few
of paint,
bits to sort out, and then that's a really nice car. Right, who's this? Ben.Wale.
I first met Ben at +44.
I've never seen this car.
BMW E46. Obviously, you know I've got the E46, so we love an E46. It's a 320 CD and it's facelift.
You see these coupe diesel?
Yeah, diesels.
Yeah. I like it. The only issue I have, and I'll stick by it, is the facelift, the front end. If you're going to put an M3 front bumper on a car, you can't have facelift front lights. The car in itself is really nice.
I do know as well, when he bought this car, it was already pre-facelift converted, and he converted it back. So it's
Is it wrapped or painted?
Painted. Painted in Laguna Seca, obviously great colour. But when he bought this car, I believe, if I'm correct off Instagram, it was already pre-facelift converted, and he converted it back to facelift. Obviously, a lot of people in the E46 community do prefer the facelift.
A lot of people prefer it. I don't know what it is. I just can't get my head around it.
We spent ages. We both had the 46. We spent ages making sure we got a pre-face. They're a lot harder to find.
You know what? I think the main thing is, as well as I personally think they look better. They look nicer than pre-faces do, but they only made an M3 in pre-facelift. So like to have an M3 bumper on a facelift front end, just, for me, doesn't sit right. It's a nice. That car would be really nice if it just had pre-facelift headlights.
Yeah. Or if it's had like an M Sport front bumper. Still would be facelift, but you know.
Like the arch lip fitment looks sick.
Yeah. But aside from like the colour and the facelift, it's bagged. It's got rear overarches. Probably the most expensive part, which I'm very jealous of, is the carbon CSL rear boot lid. Ridiculously expensive, but I do rate.
I looked on it for mine. Wasn't it like $3,000?
I think like $2.5 grand, something like that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. I do rate how he's left it exposed carbon as well.
Yeah,
that looks cool. His wheels, I'm not sure what wheels they are, but I think they're a rare spec wheel, or a rare wheel of some sort. I'll try and ask him and get it overlaid on the video. His fitment's great as well, to be fair.
Yeah, fitment's pretty good. I'll tell you one thing I do like as well. He's got no splitter kit on it. Yeah,
because it is low enough to the ground that he doesn't need a splitter kit.
I mean, you've got a front split. I've got a front split. I had one.
I got front, sides,
you've got sides and rear. They look good, but that just it looks different. It looks clean. I haven't seen many like that, if I'm being honest. No splitter kit, carbon rear boot lid, facelift.
You don't see many that are without a splitter kit and look good and low to the ground. I don't. Yeah, it's actually really. I don't know what size those wheels are. They're like 18.
No, they look like 19s, 20s. They're massive, ain't they?
I think they might look bigger though, because
they can't be 18s. They're absolutely huge.
We'll find out. I'll ask him. In terms of out of 10, like I say, if we go through the points like on Noah's car, it would be higher, but for me, the facelift brings it down. I'm not a massive fan of the wheels. I think they might be a rare spec of some sort, so it might hurt some people's feelings, but I'm not a huge fan of them. I like the dish on them, but personally, I'm a fan of 3-piece or 2-piece wheels.
That's just personal preference, only.
That's what I mean.
Realistically, it's just deep dish wheels that people like.
Yeah.
Having 2 3-piece just kind of comes with having a deep dish wheel, but that one, what is it, a 1-piece wheel?
They look like 1-piece. As we said in the start of the video, it's all our opinion. Out of 10, I'd probably say 5.5, 5.5.
I'm gonna say, and I'll let you have your reason afterwards before I say one. If that was pre-facelift, and I'll say it again, I would give that an 8.
Yeah, I'll say it'd be quite high if it was pre-face. Purely
because it's just, I like the bagged look, the proper low arch.
You don't see many bagged pre-face as well.
I think the carbon boot lid with the gloss black rear diffuser looks a bit weird in my opinion.
True, if it had a carbon rear diffuser that would look a lot better.
Over fenders I do really like.
On the point of the over fenders though, I prefer moulded. I know you like the bolt on, don't you?
I like the look of bolt.
Yeah, I like when they're moulded. But again, like I say, it's personal preference.
I personally am not a massive fan of the wheels. I like that style of wheel just isn't for me. I like the BBS style, like the LM style wheel. That's just my personal preference. And the facelift. So I would rate it a 6.
Yeah, 5.5 and a 6.
But it's still a nice car. Plus, again, it's your preference. It is all of your preference. If you like them wheels, you like the style of that car. You spent.
We could be saying this, and there's people out there.
And he's obviously spent money on it as well. You got to appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because that boot lid isn't cheap. But I do want to know the whole idea around the faces. Drop it in the comments. If Ben.Wale, you're watching this now, please put it in the comments why you went back to a facelift headlight. Because if it was already painted pre-facelift, then I don't know, you might like them more. I don't know.
It might have been done badly.
Explain the logic.
It might have been swapped badly.
Because I'd like to hear a facelift fan.
Yeah.
I want to hear their side of it and their reasoning behind why the facelift is better. But yeah, nice car.
So there you go, Ben. On to the next one.
I like that. Straight off the bat. Right.
This is Cory's, or CoreyJayeHall, according to his Instagram. If you don't know, this is the guy that owns, or co-owns, I don't know, Loco.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You cannot see the big Loco sticker on his window.
Oh, Loco the world, yeah.
The same, I had that sticker on the back of the Golf for ages, actually. Probably one of my favourite stickers I've put on. I'm not a massive fan of stickers, but I put that sticker on the back of the Golf.
To me, I had Loco on the car as well.
Yeah. There was a point we had the same front banner, isn't there, on the Golfs? We didn't have it for long.
I think we put them on at the show together. We both bought Loco banners. I bought one for yours was the top.
I put mine on my
Mine was at the bottom where the windscreen, the wipers are. So similar to that.
Less about our cars though. But yeah, on to Cory's car. It's a 350Z, obviously Nissan. Wrapped. I don't know what the pink colour's called. I'll try and find out off him.
I don't know if it's the pictures that are making it look really nice, but that is a really nice colour.
It does help as well. Like I say, some of these photos I've been sent for the rates out of 10. If the photo quality is good, it does help your rating. Well,
it just makes the car look nicer.
Yeah.
If you've got a terrible picture, the car just looks good. I'm
not sure what these wheels are called. I'm guessing they're 2-piece by the looks of them, but they are nice wheels. I do like them. I think they suit the car a lot.
I like that. I really like it.
So it's static, good fitment for static.
That front bumper's really nice as well.
So I don't know what the kit's called.
It almost looks German, that rear bumper does. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the grills, the way they are. It almost looks like Noah's Polo front bumper.
Just aggressive. I do actually like one mod I would do if I had a 350. The eyelids. quite like adding those where it looks like it extends the bonnet, because I feel like that's how the bonnet should have been.
Yeah, definitely.
I would say for improvement though, the rear spats, I would paint match or wrap match those. See that rear black spat?
Yeah.
They might be carbon, it might just be the photo, but I'd still...
Exhaust I don't agree with. I've never got my head around that. Exhaust that poke out really far.
Yeah, it is Jap style though.
Jap.
Obviously we come from Germany, don't we? We've never had Jap yet.
I might change my mind. Like I said, if it's a Jap thing, it might look really good when you have, like, looking at that now, it just looks a bit weird. I don't know what it is.
I do see it, but if the car had a spoiler, it looked a bit more out there. But I do also like how it's spoilerless.
Yeah, that top left pictures.
Yeah, I think the 326 wings are overdone. I don't like massive wings.
No, I like that. I think that's really nice.
I really
Good
like the
fit
colour. I think
as
he's got the single wiper mod as well. He's got one wiper.
well. Oh yeah.
But yeah, the colour. I'll try to find out, Corey, see what the colour is. Not sure on the face colour though, like the creamy face colour on the wheels. I'd personally...
I quite like that.
It works, but I'm a big fan of either completely polished or like a...
I think that's a Jap thing though. It looks like a Jap car. With that colour scheme looks Japanese.
Yeah,
I
true.
don't know what it is. Something that you probably can't really fix unless you was to go all out or go clears. With the backlights, the red against the pink, just...
That's a good point. A clears would look really
Clears
good.
on
Clear
that would
rears
look
on
really
that
good.
would look really good.
Because it would match everything. Everything could be symmetrical,
Yeah.
the front to the rear.
One point I will say I'm not a massive fan of. It might not be helped because obviously it's an aftermarket kit. I absolutely hate those bumper fasteners. See on the front bumper, it's got the little bolt-on fasteners that you put like a zip tie or elastic band round. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
It might need them.
unclip them when the
Yeah.
bump pops off.
Like I say, it might need them for fitment purposes, but I'm a big fan of...
Chances are it probably is.
Fitment looks good, obviously, if it's an aftermarket kit as well.
I can't say shit, man.
Yeah, neither can I. Mine's OEM and it's
I
bad.
remember the Golf was held on about 5 bolts.
Yeah. Just personal preference on what we like. We ourselves obviously can take the mick out of our own builds because we know they're not obviously 100% perfect.
That's my favourite so far.
What do you reckon out of 10?
Change the rear lights to clears. Colour match them rear spats. And maybe pushing it, I'd say change the exhaust to one single exit, like a super exhaust.
Like a proper Jap. Like you had on the 46. But
yeah, similar to that. And I'd give that a good, like, 9.5 out of 10. If it had those bits, I'm going to give it... No, actually, no. I'm going to give that a 9.
No. I think a lot of these cars are actually daily driven cars as well. So that obviously adds points because I don't see the point of having a show car that you only bring to shows or trade to shows. I rate
the cars, man.
Yeah, I rate these cars are driven. The car should always be driven. You saw the state of the 46 at the start of this video. It's filthy. You should drive your cars. Yeah, I'd give this an 8, 8.5, I think. I'll say 8.5.
What would you change on it?
It's not so much what I'd change, it's just those little bits, like I said, the bumper fasteners, the rear spats. Maybe a small spoiler, because I think they do look quite bubbly at the rear without any spoiler at all. The front end I absolutely love. I wouldn't change anything about the front end. Oh, so this is CamCollinss and his Audi TT. Not clued up so much on TTs. It's an FL Mk3.
That's fucking bad. That is...
It is nice.
A nice car.
This generation of TT, you've got obviously Cam here. Shout out Josh Thelwell. His TT is amazing. And then you've got Dan with the white TT who now has an RS6. He's coming up in this video actually. But Cam is definitely holding it down. No, this is static as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes,
It drives like that. Like, it's very impressive.
That's nice.
The colour as well.
That colour is banging.
Turbo
Again,
blue.
it might be the pictures in real... Then again, in real life, I've seen that colour before. It's a nice colour. And then wheels, I'm positive they're like super Legeras or ultra Legeras. One of the
I'll
two.
find out.
Because I remember they look really good on the Mark IV.
Not usually a fan of TTs, I could say, but this generation and the mods I've seen people do to them, even the spoiler, I don't think...
Is it a TTRS front bumper, or is that just the standard TT? Is it an RS?
I don't know if he's updated the bumper.
Is it just a TT, or is it a TTS, TTRS?
TTS maybe? Again, I'll find out. Probably should have found out before the video. I don't think it's TTRS.
I'm a big fan of that. I really like it. I think a lot of these Audis nowadays, everything's gloss black, so I don't think he would have had to gloss anything on that. If that is magna plates on the rear as well, which
I edited that out so we don't put the number plates in. Yeah, but like I said, that'd be a thing I would do is put magna plates.
That would look really cool if you wanted to get pictures and stuff.
I'm a big fan of magna plates on every car. I'll always have magna plates. You've got them to put on the 140, haven't you?
Yeah, they'll go on.
Future video on Alex's channel. Yeah, I think the colour as well, the wheels, like that grey. Not sure what the grey is called.
It's got to be like gunmetal.
Gunmetal grey, isn't it? And the fact that that's static is really impressive.
Yeah, that's low.
I don't know what the roads are like where you live, but we wouldn't last
Yeah,
10 seconds around here.
finished.
Yeah.
I'll be finished if it was around here. Oh my god. That is nice. I do like that. I've noticed as well, that top left picture, you've got a front reg on. Have you edited it out on the bottom as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. That car The only things I would change on that car is magna plates on the front, or just take the reg off the front in general.
We can get the honeycomb grille plate snappings, can't you, as well?
Yeah.
But obviously you might have to then buy a full new grille.
And then rear spats on the rear to match the side splits.
Yeah, or maybe a more aggressive rear diffuser.
I'm going to come straight off the bat and say that is a 9.5. That's
I'd say a good 9 out of 10 in my
big fan
opinion,
of that car. The way that's set up is really nice. Them wheels go really well with it. Colour, everything.
So I've not seen many of the Mark III's done, but the 3 I know, say Dan, Josh, and obviously Cam, they've done them well, and I do actually really like them. I'm not a massive fan of Audi in general at all anyway.
I can't see myself in an Audi.
No.
I've always been Beamer boy.
Either Golf or Audi, and obviously with the Golfs.
You just don't.
It's usually like BMW or Merc, but I don't like Mercs.
There's a few Mercs that I'd have, but I couldn't bring myself to buy one of them. Like, I've always wanted an Audi RS3, but I can't bring myself to buy it because I know I'm not going to enjoy it as much as a BMW.
If I went Mercedes, I'd go classic and like 190e. I'd never get them. Yeah. Classic Mercedes, yes. Any of the new Mercedes, I'm not a fan. I think they're very basic. On the topic of TTs, we now have Dan, as I previously mentioned, with his white Mark III TT. So Dan, I had to include both of your cars because obviously his technically second car is an RS6, which is crazy.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I think it's the other way around. Obviously, RS6 will probably be his main car. In terms of TT, this one's bagged. It's got rotor forms. They're the tough R's taken. I'll correct myself on screen if I'm wrong. Bagged, rotor forms, simple, clean build, front splitter.
It's clean.
In terms of the TT, I would like to see side skirts added. It's got the front split, but nothing on the sides. And that is one little pet peeve of mine.
I think it needs a bit more black. I think it looked very, very bright. Like that front end looks really good. It's got the gloss black, the splitter, the side of it. That was a side profile, there's barely any black on that car.
I do like the little XS mag sticker though.
I think it needs like gloss black side splitters.
Yeah, I think if it had the splitters to match. I like how it's got no spoiler. It looked very clean, and he actually has no plates. I haven't edited those. There are actually no plates.
That's good. I could put a spoiler on that.
Josh, well, he's got a spoiler on his. I do like that spoiler. But in terms of not trying to up spec it and keeping it as spec it is, I do like it.
It's nice. Good fitment as well.
In terms of the RS6, it's a C7 RS6 as well, as you just seen from the photos. That in itself is a flex. Like that generation in my eyes is like peak RS6. The new ones do look nice. They look really aggressive.
You wouldn't say the new one?
I'm not a massive.
There's nothing wrong with that. That is a really nice RS6.
No, yeah.
So the new one though is ridiculous.
The new ones are cool, but
is that OEM air suspension modified to go?
Yeah, so I was speaking to him about this on the shows. They have like an OEM air suspension, but apparently you can modify them, or it's complete. You can modify them where you can modify it to go lower. But that colour as well, the Misano red, it's not a colour you see very often on an Audi as well.
Not a lot of people go red on anything.
It's a brave colour to go with.
It's like you've got to have a real niche love for that colour.
Yeah, but like I say, red on silver wheels. Silver. I do like the Audis and they've got silver accents and silver caps. I do actually really like that.
I prefer gloss black.
I do, but in this case, on the red, it's got all the other silver accents, I do like it.
That would, okay, I'll put it this way, that would sell a lot faster than one that's got fully gloss blacked out.
Yeah, it's like the whole OEM plus argument, isn't it?
That's like, it looks pretty stock, which I imagine it probably is pretty stock.
He hasn't had it that long, I don't think.
So like, that looks like a proper businessman's car. I think if you start...
Down the businessman.
Gloss black on bright colours looks so good.
Yeah.
Like if you was to gloss black all that, it would, like, look at the rear end alone, like that gloss black with the red. That massive contrast really stands out.
Rear RS6 lights are probably one of my favourite lights as well. In terms of what I do to it, it'd just be wheels. I don't know if these photos have the air suspension mod or whatever it is. I would like to see it a little bit lower.
I imagine it does. That looks pretty low for a stock car.
The front, yeah, that left photo looks pretty low. Maybe sort of a wider wheel or a spacer at the front, just to fill the arch out more.
I mean, you've clearly got some money, bro. I mean, you've got RS6 and a bag TT, so you put some wheels on it. Or he's got no money left. He's got the RS6 and the TT.
Well, when I first spoke to him, he was on about selling the TT when he got this, then he somehow managed to keep both. I was like, fair play.
Mate, if I was you, don't get me wrong, both cars are really nice. I like the TT a lot. Again, clean build. RS6 is nice. It's a very stock car. It's a nice stock RS6. If I was to do anything, I'd sell the TT and put all my money from the TT into the RS6. Wheels, suspension, gloss black, everything, splitter. I'd go the works with it. But
I will say on the TT as well, I love red interior. That sort of wine ready Audi interior.
Yeah,
I do
really
like.
nice.
On the white as well. That's
It's a
really
nice
good.
contrast.
What would you rate his TT out of 10?
I'm personally not a fan of the wheels. I've never been a fan of them wheels. I just think
there's not many rotor forms I love.
I don't think the wheel's ugly. It's not like it looks quite a cool wheel, but I like dished wheels. Track cars or road street builds definitely don't go dish. Like the RS6, I wouldn't put a dish wheel on the RS6. But if you're bagging a car, I think you need dish wheels.
I'd have a lipped wheel on the RS6, but not so much dish, just like a two-piece lip like my 46.
Yeah, a bit like yours. Yeah. But I think if you're bagging a car or you're that low static, you need dishes.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the TT a 7.
TT, what did I give cams or 9? 9. I'd give this...
Just because that TT needs a bit more.
I'd probably give this an 8 still, because it is still a really nice car. I do, like I said, I don't really like Audis, but the Mark III TTs I do actually really like.
Yeah, the old ones, I'm not a fan of.
No, the old ones are horrible. RS6, the car itself, RS6 obviously is a great car. In terms of, obviously we're modified car enjoyers and things like that, probably I'd say a 6.5. I love the colour. The Misano Red is a great colour. It's a fairly fresh car to him. I don't think he's really done much to it yet. Obviously, you don't see many.
I mean, hats off to owning the pair of them.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of people would say that.
Whatever you do, you're doing it right.
Having an RS6 alone is going to be a flex, alone having a bag daily, or whichever one it is. But for me, I've never been a massive fan of red. They look cool.
That red, I mean, it might be those photos. That red itself. Like,
I don't think I would own a red car unless it was something absolutely ridiculous. If it was, I don't know, black.
But then they're also very common. I've never seen an RS6 in that colour.
I'm giving the TT a 7. The RS6 as it sits now, because it wouldn't be to my taste, I'm going to give it a 6.
Like I say, personal preference. I mean, Dan's the one that's laughing because he's got an RS6 and a TT, so...
we just sat on a sofa.
Yeah.
We're not criticising. They're nice cars, they're just our opinion.
We've just put Timu parts on them, unfortunately.
So go check that video out.
So I did actually have a lot of Mark 6s. Obviously, a large portion of my following on Instagram is from the Mark 6. So naturally, obviously quite a few of them did request to be in the video. I didn't want to just bombard this video with Mark 6s and E46s. So in my eyes, there'll be one more in this video, I think. I chose the 2 Mark 6s, which in my eyes are probably the best in the country.
You put your own in there, didn't you?
No, I did debate it. I mean, mine's currently MIA. Don't know where that is.
Yeah,
so
disappeared.
if any of you see my Mark 6 about, send me a photo, let me know where it is. I might want to buy it back.
Bro. It's gone, blew up.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It's gone, bro.
Next up, we have Jordan Henry and his Mark 6 Golf. It's a Mark 6 GTI. If you're into UK shows, you've probably seen this car. It's probably one of the cleanest in the UK, I'd say. It's a build that, I ran reps on my car, but Jordan, he's like no expense spared, all genuine parts. It's bagged, genuine LMs, which are ridiculous.
Bread.
And on top of those being expensive builds anyway, they're fully polished, which is crazy. So it's fully polished LMs, it's got a roll cage, full boot build, carbon everywhere.
Well, you can't do anything else like that. What else can you do to it?
Well, it is actually under like winter build spec at the minute. I think he's doing like shave bay, like doing a full refresh and everything.
I remember speaking to him before. I've spoke to him on Instagram because of all like the filming stance and everything. This has always been, from the shows that I've been to, whenever this is there, it's always been my favourite car there. Mark 6 Golf R has always been my favourite Golf R. Mark 6 alone. The
next Mark 6 coming up to Mark 6.
That's why I loved your car so much. This GTI Edition 35. It doesn't matter which one it is. The Mark 6 alone, I did have one, is my favourite shape of Golf.
In my opinion, I think the Mark 7.5R bumper, if I had to pick one thing wrong with this car, it would be that. Purely because I'm not a fan of when people
I'm
not a fan of when people use newer generation bumpers on old generation cars. Like I said, I saw one previously, like a Mark 5 bumper and a Mark 4. It just doesn't look right. This doesn't look bad, but
there's a limit to it, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's like the Mark 7 and the Mark 6 shape are very similar. Like the Mark 5, the shape of the car. Like if you were to put a Mark 5 bumper on a Mark 4, it's not right. It just don't look right. I think you can get away with that though.
Yeah, you can get away with it, but if there's one thing I would pick, that's the one thing I'd change. But other than that, I mean, other than the fitment, but like I say, that's again another thing down to personal preference.
I'm not faulting that. Everything about that car is everything I would want to do to a car.
Yeah, in me, it's very close to a 10, but I'm going to say a 9 purely for those little things. What are you thinking? Jordan, you got yourself a fanboy.
And he's a nice geezer. I've spoken to him once or twice. I haven't spoken to him a lot. It's just a perfect car in my opinion. The way he's built it, everything he's done to it, in my opinion, I wouldn't even do any more to it. I remember him saying to me he was doing like a big brake kit or something. I don't know if he's done that already.
I think they're Porsche brakes I can see on them. But yeah, I'm excited to see what he comes back with next year, just shave bay and things like that. Right, so on the topic of shows, we have our good friend Mason.
It's 2 different ways of going to a car show. You either go...
I rate Mason very highly because Mason's, like we said about the whole UK car show and car scene, the UK shows aren't the best. Like the quality, there's not much there. It kind of stops at a certain limit. When you see the American builds, the lengths they go to, it's great, obviously. Mason's bringing a bit of that. Obviously...
Put green headers. Gay.
Mason will know one of the mods he has. Before we begin, it's his Polo 6N. I believe.
I don't know.
I think it's a 6N. I'll correct myself if not. Dragon green colour, but it also has green halo lights. Mason was telling me for ages these are rare. I think they look shit. So yes, on the photo,
you know, just go clear, bro.
on the photo, in brackets, gay. You, whatever sexual orientation you want, go for it. But those lights.
I remember people did this on the Mark IV Golfs as well. Blue ones you could get, but
he's got the front corner lights as well. I think
they're like hella magic or something.
Like I say, they're rare lights, so fair play. And it matches well with the colour. I'll give him that. But I think clears would look better. On to the main point, you'll probably see from this spaceship of a car. He's running -18 camber and matching camber as well, which is even more impressive. I think he's going to be the person in the UK running the most camber, as far as I'm aware.
I mean,
it has to be.
The inner rim must be like probably an inch off the floor there.
If any of you know Mason, you know this is a very Mason thing to do. I mean, I rate it.
How many of these he had now? 3.
It's his second one. He had his Lupo.
Oh, he's got the Polo. The
he
grey
bought a red
Lupo.
one though, didn't he, as a daily, I think.
The grey Lupo as well.
I think he still has that. That was going to be a show car, then he's building this. Because that had these wheels on. These are the OZ Turbos. I do like these. Not a fan of the cream, but it might be like on Corey's car. I say I'm not a fan of the cream faces.
I think on Jap it looks good.
Yeah, it goes well kind of with the green and the interior. Got the Porsche 944 seats. So he's redoing the whole interior. Yeah, maybe. Porsche interior. So I think this is going to be a very well built car. I just know Mason's going to run it static, low.
Yeah, and kill the underside of the car.
Abuse it. But again, another reason why I rate Mason so much, because he will just use the car as it's meant to be. And he won't just show pony this. I've seen a lot of people on Instagram trying to say this is going to be trailered. I'm like, absolutely. If you know Mason, you know he will send this.
I mean, it's not even going to... It's not even going to be like fun. It's going to be cool to look at, but driving that is genuinely going to be stress. His hairline is going to recede
it's a small car,
inch every time we go.
And Mason's a tall guy as well. Like he's got open air. His head will fit out of the open air.
That is not going to be fun to drive. He's turning, so he's going to have to do like a 9-point turn. Static as well. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Static.
He's driving this arch to lip like that. That's going to be. Oh my god, I can't even imagine driving that.
I mean, I can't wait to see it when it's done. I don't think it's far off being done, to be fair. And it's fair. It's a bit refreshing to see in the UK because everyone's scared to do it nowadays.
I personally don't think it looks very good. Too much.
I mean, we've come away from the whole show thing more so, but in terms of camber, I like functional camber, like drift spec camber, front camber, things like that. This is crazy. I can see it. It looks good. Not my personal taste, but like I say,
it looks more like a gimmick.
I mean,
silly.
Yeah, he's not dating this. It is a show car, so...
Would it be impossible to date it? I'll be surprised if he can get out of his unit.
What are you saying out of 10?
I'm not a big fan of these Polos in the first, but I think I prefer the newer shape ones.
I actually quite like the shape Polo.
The front camber just isn't it for me. Like, I know a lot of people will agree with that because front camber, that's too much front camber. I know he's doing it just to be like the only one, but
I think it was an issue with the. I don't think he was meant to run that much, but there was an issue and he had it. He was like, I'm just going to run it.
This 18's outrageous.
I rate him for going, yeah, I'm going to run it.
Outrageous that is. I'm giving that like a 4.
A 4?
The Porsche interior is sick.
I'm saying like 8. I rate it.
No, difference of opinion. The interior is sick. It's a good idea to put a Porsche interior in it. I'm not a fan of the interior. I love the green as well.
That dragon green, I love that colour.
Dragon green's nice.
Yeah, I think clear lights all the way around.
The lights is a no. The colour, yes. The car, I've never been a fan of that shape Polo.
I've not seen many, to be honest. It's only Mason's I've seen.
No, do you not remember? Was it the purple one?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't know what spec his was. It might have been
I don't know if that was that shape.
I think it was one of these. If you have UK shows, you know who that car is. Let's see what's next.
Subaru Impreza.
Subaru. It's Robin Linehan. I don't reckon you say that.
Linehan.
Yeah. Subaru Rob. I'll pop his Instagram up on screen. Subaru Impreza, WX I believe, Hawkeye, bagged on the Artec Edition 1 wheels. I think they are. I had to search those. They look like them. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments below. Yeah. I actually really rate this build. I first saw this car through, he does a lot with Maguire's as well. Did you see the story behind this car? Showed it at +44, the one you didn't come to. Got crashed.
Yeah, I remember seeing the picture of it.
And he's rebuilt it.
Yeah.
So the story behind this car.
But didn't he crash on the way to a show or something?
I was on the way home from +4. Yeah, I think +44 was his first show. I saw it.
Wrote off the front end, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but
I remember
check it out on his Instagram. He's done the whole sort of rebuild through there. But I really like that kit.
I like it.
Hawkeye's, I don't know too much about Subarus, but Hawkeye is the one I'd go for. Love the interior, the get-to-work steering wheel, the stickers. It suits the Subaru look. Love the bonnet scoop. Spoiler suits it. I think he had a different spoiler on his previous build that got written off, but I prefer this spoiler.
What is that spoiler? That looks almost like an Evo spoiler.
I think it's a Subaru spoiler.
No, it's nice. I like it.
It's different as well.
Especially in that style.
Yeah. 4-door as well.
I think the 4-door is quite cool. Actually.
Yeah. I'm going to give this 9. I really like this.
I'll give it an 8.
I think front fitment could do with some work. But
I was going to say, drop the front a little bit
Yeah.
more. I think I can imagine it's the same with everybody else. If you're doing that and your rear fitment's like that, but your front isn't, it's usually something to do with like the subframe.
Same with the
you
Golf.
can't grow any.
Same with the
can't
Golf.
go any lower.
Yeah. The rear would be arched lit, but the front you just can't get down enough.
Yeah, but I like it. It's pretty cool. Though.
No, it is cool. What are you saying out of 10?
8.
So yeah, next we have Tom Stan, or the owner of Forbidden 13, if you know through Instagram. This is Volvo. It's a 1984 Volvo, so old car. I mean, fair play in the fact it's still on the road and working. It's a Volvo 240. I think they're diesels. This colour, not too sure what colour it is. It's like a tanny sort of colour.
This was a stance, wasn't it, indoors? Remember where you parked? First walk into the Telford, you go downstairs, you walk into
Yes, it was, yeah.
He was parked there.
Where the queue is,
I
yeah.
think that was the first time I've seen this guy. It's really clean. Paintwork's bang on.
For such an old car as well, to be this clean, it's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the wheels as well. I don't know the exact story, I'll try and get it off him, but I think you have to send them off to be custom split wheels.
So they're colour matched as well.
I think the faces are colour matched. It's got the polished badge and then the lips, which I like even more. I love how on old cars you can run a black plate. I think it looks so cool.
Is that because it's an old car?
Yeah, classic cars. Or there's a certain age you can run a black plate.
Oh, I know if I'm like Guernsey or something,
yeah,
you can have like a black and silver plate, something random.
Some
like
weird loophole.
Might be wrong.
I rate that car. It's bagged, tan interior as well. I think the tan paint colour on the tan interior actually suits it. I like it. See, his rear window, he's got the tank set up as well.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
No, it's cool. I love old cars anyway, as a whole.
Yeah.
So like
I love that
sort of
brick.
blocky shape.
Yeah, blocky look. Same as we mentioned about the
Old
Mercedes 190s. Yeah.
The rear on that looks pretty similar, to be fair.
That whole generation of cars are
Like
all
the
very
square
boxy. Yeah, like
lines.
E30s, 190s, these.
I wouldn't be able to do anything like that personally.
It's too boring for me. Like, there's a lot going on. It's a very clean car, but that's probably as far as you can go with it. I don't think you can do anything else.
I don't think there's much of a scene for it. Like, there's no clout behind the Volvo. He's put loads of effort into it, and I can only rate the amount of time.
He did it in quite a fast time as
But
well.
even the quality of it, I've seen it in person. Like, the quality of it's bang on. You got to take a hat off to him.
It's very period correct as well.
I've never really seen a Volvo in the city.
That's probably one of the first ones I've seen, and there's not many other nice Volvos.
No.
I mean, I just see them as head cars.
The XC60s.
Yeah, very clean. I do like it, but in terms of the car itself, and preference and the build, I'd probably say 7.5 out of 10.
I was going to give it a 7.
7, yeah.
Just because you have
cool.
to appreciate how much he's put into it. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a fan of Volvo.
Yeah, it's cool, but
Is
it
it
is what
really?
it is, kind of thing.
Yeah, you can appreciate it.
Yeah. Next up, we have the other Mark 6, which arguably, sorry, Jordan, I think this is better than yours. I'm not in a position to speak because I had a perfectly spec rep wheels Mark 6, but yeah, this is Thomas Godfrey's, or GodLowLife, you'd have seen him. I first seen this car at Fitted UK
I fucking love this guy.
years ago. It's an amazing, amazing car. Obviously, Jordan's with the Mark 6 GTI Edition 35. This is an actual Mark 6R. I'm not too sure where his from. It might be like you said about the black and silver plates, because he's got a black and silver plate on. This is a well-built car as well. There isn't anything untouched about this car. It's a 411 brake, hybrid turbo, R8 coil packs. It's got a full exhaust. As you'll see from the photos, there's carbon absolutely everywhere.
Ugh.
The colour is a Renault yellow colour. I'm not too sure what it's called.
Liquid yellow, is it?
Yeah, liquid yellow.
And the Gans came with that. It's a
stock
banging
colour
colour as well. It's
On
probably
a
one
Golf as well.
It's Renault's probably best colour. Every company has that one colour. Like BMW has Estral blue.
Yeah.
Like, that's their colour, and it looks good as well. It's so clean.
Yeah,
it's so
immaculate.
clean.
Always indoors.
On bags, wing backs.
Yeah, again, another Mark 6, no expense spared. I love that rear diffuser on the Mark 6R as well.
Yeah, it looks really good. This is like my ideal clean build.
Yeah.
Like, not too much is going on. He hasn't put loads of spats everywhere and canards to try and make it all look crazy. He just left it clean, good fitment, just standard
But also
splitter kits.
can walk the walk, like it's over 400 brake.
Yeah, like, you look at that car and it just, again, this was in one of the videos. And I remember saying in the video, it's one of my favourite ones.
Yeah. For me, in terms of Mark 6s, I'm going to give this one a 10.
And don't forget, his engine bay, you might not be able to tell, but on that picture, it's all carbon.
Yeah, carbon, like fully.
I'm giving it a 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. I mean, obviously, I'm biased because Mark 6s, but
I'm a bit biased as well. Because but like, you can appreciate how nice that looks. You can't say that it doesn't look nice.
Even if you don't like Golfs, you can appreciate the spec of build. have you got your phone? Because Ethan, you asked to be in this video, but your car's currently in a million pieces, so we're going to have to go through your Instagram so I can show Alex the build.
I've seen the build.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen the videos on it.
Yeah, so it was stock E46.
Hasn't he done the engine bay now?
He's done the whole car.
Is it finished?
No, he's doing the whole car, like it's in complete pieces.
I remember seeing it with the engine out and he was...
I think last update I've seen of his is doing the interior, like a fuel cell, full radium fuel cell, rear seat delete, ghetto work seats, shave bay, hole underneath is under sealed. Again, another build, no expense spared. That when that's finished, that's going to be one of the best E46s, full stop, but in the country. I'm very excited for this build. I think he's a 330. I think he's releasing soon what he's doing with the engine. Still got the engine, but I don't know what route he's going down. I'm hoping he's going turbo because that'd be very cool.
Slap a 1J in there.
I want to do that to mine. But this is one person that every time he posts on Instagram, I'm watching his reels because
you just know it's going to be something good.
I say, one, he's doing it himself, and two, he's doing everything properly. Like, radium stuff isn't cheap. He's got a whole fuel system of radium. Fully wrapped, underlined, shave bay. Like I say, interior is fully stripped, sound deadened, redone. It's going to be a crazy build. I'm very excited to see it.
Obviously, is that what it looked like before?
That was it before he stripped it. Yeah, that's when I first seen it when I was looking to get in the 46.
Has he said what he's doing about body kits?
He has. I think he's leaving it all to his videos, to be honest. Ethan, make long form content though. Your shorts and reels are great.
I remember seeing your reels before, and they were good reels as well. Like they weren't like rushed. You can tell you've put good time into your videos. You might as well just start doing YouTube. Just start posting on YouTube.
He's posted his on shorts, but he needs long form.
Yeah.
Because I want to sit down for an hour and watch you talk about with this car.
A lot of people will sit and watch that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't really rate.
I was like, we can't really rate it because it's in pieces, but
we'll rate the grind 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah. 10 out of 10 for effort and execution. So guys, that'll be the end of the video. So I hope you did like it. If you disagree with some of the rates, you'd rate them any differently, drop them down in the comments below. If you want your car rated in the future video, let me know. Obviously, like the video. If you don't want to miss a video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We filmed a video of Alex's channel. That's an interesting video to say the least. So if you want to have a laugh, go and check that video out. You probably already know Alex's channel, but AJ Cars. Go and subscribe and watch that video. If you're watching this on Sunday, we released half an hour after mine at past. Any other day, it'll be out on the channel, so go check it. That's the end of this video. We didn't really do much. Got a haircut, come here, filmed Alex's video, but I didn't want to film too much of that here, obviously, because that's content for Alex's channel.
We haven't offended anyone either.
Yeah.
Just remember, like, disclaimer, these are our opinions. We're just two people. There is a lot of these people as well. You've probably got hundreds, maybe thousands of people on Instagram or whatever social media you're using. So, like, don't just take our words as gospel. Like, there is probably hundreds, maybe thousands of people that really like the look of your car.
Yeah, and like I say, it's your car, so you modify it how you want to. There's ways, obviously, we believe you should modify a car and things you should and shouldn't do. It's your car at the end of the day. Obviously, we modify our cars to personal preference. I've done things to my cars which I now look back on, I think I shouldn't have done that. If you disagree and you're not happy with it, sorry, not sorry, because say you asked for your car to be rated. I don't think we rated anyone too harsh, to be fair.
So. You should have thick skin. Like, whatever your car is how you like your car. So
but we didn't rate anyone too harsh. I mean, you did Mason, don't
send it over if you haven't got thick skin. I don't think we were that bad.
Even if the people haven't requested, if you guys want us to rate anyone's car, any social media cars, any famous people's cars, your Instagram celebrities, it's cool to do some American cars because they're a bit crazy. Drop them down in the comments below. Or I'll put another story on Instagram. Make sure you go and check the socials out as well. So we got my social media, just my name. Alex's is, what's your Instagram?
AJCars.YT.
That brings us to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed this week's video. Like I say, like, comment, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a new one. And I'll catch you guys in a bit.
Peace.